Over 140 C-47 transport aircraft. Over 140 C-47 transport aircraft.
Yes, the battle for slippery Sicily. And from the get-go with what I just showed you there, 14, and then C for 3, 3 plus 4, and 7. 14 again, or double 7, double 7. Interesting idea there, straight up. And we should note here, what a great day for a bit of chicanery. The old Bastille Day. The old Bastille Nice Day. July 14. 7, double 7. And what? 43. Only a 7 going on here. And very, very strange little documentary if you watch it. All action-packed, just like a Hollywood movie. Go and watch the Patton movie of it. It's a great movie, but that's all it was. Just an occupation. The Germans pulled out, and the Americans came in. And British.
Day 14 of the campaign. The capture of Palermo.
We'll talk about pyrotechnic Hollywood devices and strange embedding, even back in the 40s. You know, they were a master of film by then. Look at this strange looking thing. Look at the way this hand business going on here. And look at the flash. It's all very, very Hollywood to me, this footage, that's for sure.
This is The Big Picture, an official. We blast away at those mountains, then go in and take over. But it never got monotonous. But by now, we knew the counterattack had failed. Hitler had lost his chance to sweep us out of Italy. Rebuilding roads became routine, and we pushed on toward that. Rebuilding roads became routine, and we pushed. Rebuilding roads became routine. And
Yes, rebuilding roads. Building roads, more like it. And what a load of codswallop. This is how they do it. This is how they get new roads built in Sicily. They call a war and people come in with bulldozers and build roads because they've got to get there quick. So everybody pitch in and build the roads. I saw that in a documentary in Vietnam. And the soldier guy said, oh yeah, we came in the village and we built this road in because, you know, it's good to have a road in, and all the villagers were really happy. Because, you know, with the equipment they've got, they can build something that would take the villagers a lot longer to do. And they're funded by the US Corp. It's a whole way of getting infrastructure into places that later people will be making profit out of. That is for certain. Here's a little bit of comedy for you.
a scout car takes a shortcut.
Some bitter deeds, important ones too, when every American should pay his or her income tax gladly and proudly. This year, thanks to Hitler and Hirohito, taxes are higher than ever before. Will you have enough money on hand to meet your payments when they fall due? We'll take care of that later.
In moments of crisis involving the safety of our native land, the American people have invariably rallied against the danger with courage, faith, and resolution. For the past 2 years, we have been in one of these moments of crisis, perhaps the greatest in our history. On the battlefield and on the home front, men and women are daily making great sacrifices, so the freedom and our way of life may be preserved. There is now in progress the 5th War Loan Drive to raise money, so as to ensure that this conflict will be brought to the speediest possible conclusion and with the least loss in lives. full mobilization. The Treasury Bond Selling Organization was ready to move into high gear, working through a great volunteer army which has since swelled.
And look at this bit of Eye of Ra idea here. Look at this. The all-seeing eye coming out of Washington, all over America.
For going ahead or doing more is set up.
Yeah, you just got to love the way it rays out here. Look at this.
Going ahead or doing more is set up.
And listen to this bit.
And on this war bond front are more than 1 million retail stores already in action. Determined.
1 million retail stores already in action.
Buy those bonds. Let's all back the attack.
But what's more important is that we can all afford to buy those bonds. Let's all back the attack.
Well, here's an image from a video of the storming of the beaches of Sicily. And what an interesting, nice code we have here. L, as you know, is the 12th letter, and C is the 3rd. So you have 15 plus A for 1, 16, a 7. And then 7 plus 3 is 10, and plus 11 at the end, 21. So the whole thing encodes 777. And of course it has the 33 about it. It's all here in a package deal with LCA 311. Just before that we have the nice one-eyed symbolism, I might add. And the next thing he says is 160,000. The 1 plus 6, 7.
July the 10th, 1943. On the beaches of Sicily, 160,000 Allied troops.
There you go, 160,000 Allied troops. And see, the start of operations is an interesting day too, to that big build-up of the 777 on the 14, which is sort of seen as a big major day of operations. But the initial day, of course, the invasion starter point, of course, is very important. Yes, so we have July 10, so 7 and 10, 17, the mouth number, and then back to an 8, the Chet, and of course it's a Chet year, so 88, Heil Hitler, and 8 plus 8, 7. So it's a 7-day. Very transforming event, of course, 7s and 8s mixed together, always transformation idea, and here this gun, just as he's talked, makes a very nice 7 straight up in the imagery. Now, before I play the next bit where there are two distinct numbers, the number of planes that went down and the number of fatalities, and it's 23 planes and 318 is the number of fatalities. So let's just look at how they might use the number 318, because it adds to 21, of course, you should realise that, or 12. So it fits the 33 idea like that. But as you can see with the 89 here, down the page here, something to do with the cardinals, but Zuma, and look, notice it's 4.3 and 318 running together there. Isn't that nice? The 33, look at the 33. So as we can see, there's quite a bit of spellcraft attached to the number 318. And quite a bit of symbolism attached to the number 318. And don't we see a lot of 31 and a lot of 8 in the media anyway, of course. You can look this up on the old Riding the Wild Beast just for a bit of a rundown. You can research it further if you liked. But listen to this bit from the documentary. And think of how it said it about it being a number for Christ. And here we have the cross bit, and you'll see a hanging man.
They were not even heard.
23 low-flying transport aircraft were shot down. 318 Americans were killed or wounded.
Yeah, so there you heard it. 318 and the man hanging in the tree. Hanging in the tree. Here he is, the hanging man idea. Crucified man. In the woods.
318 Americans were killed or wounded.
318. And look at this cruise thing here going on. Very nice 7 code right in front of your face. And doesn't matter whether it's Sicily or France or Japan. When it comes to this stuff, the numbers are always there the same. And here they're talking about Group A, and then they say 12, then 4, then 16. Well, 12 plus 4 is 16, of course, so it's 16, 16, or 7777.
Was Army Group A, under General Karl von Rundstedt, one of the Wehrmacht's most resourceful and flexible-minded commanders. A general since 1927.
And a nice 27 there, just to boot.
Rundstedt was highly respected within the army. His command was made up of 4th Army, 12th Army, and 16th Army.
There you go, every time. There's always some sort of code involved, and that just shows you the fraud that's involved here. It's all spellcraft. And they're always running this 88 business everywhere you hear. And 8 plus 8 again, the 7. The 88, of course, plenty of significance in itself. HH.
Actually a flak 88.
Flak 88. And 1 and 7 there for another 8. When I look at this properly, it looks like 7 P, maybe Z. So 77, and P is the 7, so 77 77. And then the 10 there. So the Muse too for Isis, Mu, Mart ideas, goddesses. So it is the River Muse. And look what we have here. 1, 2, 3 and a 9 for a 12, and then 2 and 10 for a 12. 12, 12, 33. And the date here coming, the 21.
First Airborne.
And here's the ridiculous prisoners idea. They always have the prisoners, just a few guys here, hands above the head.
On the 21st of September,
See the 7? Did you see the 7 flash there, the little white 7?
the British force holding the northern end of the bridge at Arnhem surrendered. It had lost half its men.
Let's hear that again there. Well, this guy should be right, Jack. Yeah, look, this little thing that wiggles around. See when we've got it right. Yeah, see how it turned into a 7 there for a second?
1st of September.
Yeah, and again.
The British
7.
force
21st of September, that can be a 7. And of course, there's your little white 7 up here. Never not going to be there. And the cross does the same thing.
holding the northern end of the bridge at Arnhem surrendered. It had lost half its men.
Half, 1 and 2. There's another 12, 21 idea.
4 days later, 2,000 survivors of the 1st Airborne Division's battle at Oosterbeek withdrew back across the Rhine, leaving Arnhem to the Germans.
And this one, look at this business here. Look at this thing here. It's firecrackers on the old bus. Yay! Look at the firecrackers. Can you believe that? Oh, of course you can. Let's think of that plane there. Oh, look at all these little things you can bring up here. But they all look pretty good. But we'll just go back to where this thing is got the firecrackers. On those last numbers they gave us were 421. Funny about that, isn't it? The old 421. For a 7, of course. Look at that. Very nice.